Hello everyone, welcome to Sharda Cook. Today we are going to learn how to make gulab jamun. It is a popular Indian dessert. So let's see what we need for this recipe. 200 grams of khoya or mawa, 50 grams of paneer or cottage cheese, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 pinch of baking powder. For stuffing, little bit of pistachios, saffron, sugar and cardamom powder. For sugar syrup, 2.5 cup of sugar, 2 cups of water, cardamom powder. So we'll start with the preparation. First we are making the sugar syrup. For that we are taking 2 cups of water, sugar and cardamom powder. Now keep it on the flame until your sugar dissolves completely. Okay, so until our sugar is getting dissolved, we are going to make the gulab jamun. For that we are going to take the paneer. So now we are going to start kneading it so by pressing it firmly like this, we are going to knead the paneer until it gets nice and soft. So you can see it has got nice and soft. So now keep it aside. So next we are going to take the mawa, and you can see it is a soft mawa, and now we are going to knead it the same way as we knead the paneer until it gets nice and soft. So now we are going to take the paneer and we are going to mix it with the mawa. Mix it nicely until it gets combined and soft. Now we are going to add all-purpose flour and 2 pinches of baking powder. And now mix all the ingredients well. And once it's combined, we are going to knead it again the same way so that we get a nice smooth texture. And basically this process of kneading is done so that you don't get cracks into your gulab jamuns. So now we have got a nice soft dough. So now we are going to take a little bit of amount and make it into a nice ball. Now we are going to form it in a ball. Press it with your finger in between. And then we are going to fill in the pistachio, sugar and saffron. And now we're going to pack it and make it into a round ball. And softly make a ball like this, and you can see there are no cracks. Make sure that there are no cracks. And now make all the balls just like this. So balls are ready. So you can see the sugar is completely dissolved and we have added just some threads of saffron. So now we're going to keep it for more 1 minute on the flame. So sugar syrup is ready, and you can see it should not be too hard or too soft, because if it gets more harder, it will make your gulab jamuns more harder. Okay, so now on the side, we are going to heat up the clarified butter or ghee where we are going to fry in our gulab jamun. Now make sure that it is not too hot, and if you want you can just drop in a piece of or a ball of dough inside and check the temperature of the ghee. So basically you need to see that your dough comes out slowly up like this. So now before dropping in our balls, we are going to take a spoon and stir the oil or ghee, and now drop in the balls. And now we are going to stir the ghee, and you can see we are not touching the balls, we are just stirring the ghee. That is what you need to do, so that they come up slowly and it doesn't burn. And make sure to put less of the balls at a time. Make sure to keep it on low flame, and you can see it has got a nice light brown color, and keep on stirring it continuously, and later on slowly and gradually it will float. So gulab jamuns are ready, you can see. So keep on stirring it until you achieve this nice color. It has got a nice beautiful brown color. And now just remove it on a paper towel. Okay, so now it's time to drop in our gulab jamun. So before dropping in your gulab jamun, make sure that your sugar syrup is not too hot and it's not too cool. It should be kind of lukewarm. So just cool down your sugar syrup, and now drop in your gulab jamun. And now coat it well with sugar syrup. Now you need to keep this gulab jamun into the sugar syrup for at least 4 to 5 hours. Okay, so it's been 4 hours now. It's been soaked in sugar syrup and it's now ready to be enjoyed. It has got a nice flavor and it also tastes really good. So do try it if you like. Hello and welcome to Cooking with Sharda. Today we will make Ras Malai. Ras Malai is a very popular dessert which is Indian oriented dessert, and it is basically rasgulla dipped in the creamy milk, and this is a very rich dessert. So let's learn how to make it at home. So for this we will need about 1 liter of milk. From that, about half liter of milk we are going to use for the rasgullas what we are going to make, and about other half liter of milk we are going to use to reduce it for that creamy milk in which we are going to dip our rasgullas. Then we will need about 1 lime juice. For the sugar syrup we will need about 1 cup of sugar and 4 cup of water. For garnishing and flavor, some pistachios and almonds chopped, some saffron threads and some cardamom. Okay, so let's start preparing our ras malai. For that, we are going to take half liter of milk which we are going to reduce. So keep it on the low flame. Okay, so now on the other side, we are going to take our remaining half liter of milk which we are going to use for making the paneer or the cottage cheese. Now here we are taking the normal milk. Normally people take cow's milk, but you can go for the normal milk or buffalo milk. But you can also go for the cow's milk. Okay, so now we are going to boil this milk for making the paneer. Okay, so make sure that you stir your milk continuously or maybe occasionally, so that your cream or that malai doesn't get separate from the milk. Okay, so make sure that you stir it occasionally, and our milk has got that boil, so we are going to turn off the flame. Okay, so now after it comes to a boil, leave it for 5 minutes. Let it cool down a little bit for 5 minutes at room temperature. Okay, so now we are going to take lime juice. In that, we are going to take about 1 teaspoon of water. Mix it with the water. We are going to take about 1 tablespoon of water and we are going to mix it with the lime juice. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes. So now we are going to add our lime juice. Okay, so now we will add lime juice. And then we will give it a stir. Add slowly lime juice. It's not important that you have to use the whole lime juice. Just as much it is needed to just... Okay, so add a bit before. Now we are adding a bit more until you feel that requirement, until your milk starts to get separate like this. You can see this. This is what we need. So keep on adding slowly lime juice. Okay, so as you see that water and your the milk has got like this separated, now we are going to immediately strain it. Don't keep it for a long time. We are immediately going to strain. For that we are using a cheesecloth. You can get this in the market, and that we are going to strain it. Just like that. Okay, so now immediately we are going to add cold water. We're just going to wash it like that. Keep on adding cold water. Okay, so now take your cheesecloth, or you can also take muslin cloth, and then just remove the excess water by pressing it like that. Just remove all the excess water. Squeeze out the excess water. Okay, so now you're going to take this thing and we are going to keep it for about 5 minutes on the paneer for a little bit of pressure. You can take anything, whatever has a heavy weight. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes. So let's see the paneer. So this is the paneer you get. Okay, so now the next step is, first we are going to crumble the paneer like that. Okay, so now with the use of the heel of your hand, this is the heel of your hand, with the use of this we are going to knead the paneer like this with the pressure of heel of your hand, and you can see you are going to make it into a pileable paste or knead it until your hands get oily. We are going to do it for about 5 to 7 minutes continuously. This will make your paneer much more softer. And this is a very important step for making a rasmalai or a rasgulla. If you don't do this step properly, your rasmalai or rasgulla can get the cracks or they will not be made properly. So make sure that you do it very properly. You can just see how we are putting the pressure with the heel of your hands, and this will make your paneer oily and very soft. And until your hands get oily, keep on doing it for about 7 minutes now. Okay, so it's been about 5 to 7 minutes and you can see the hands have got greasy. This is where your paneer gets nice and soft. Okay, so now you're going to divide it into small pieces to make small balls. And this quantity yields you about 6 rasmalais. Okay, and you can see this hands have got greasy. It is because we have took whole cream milk. So make sure you take a nice whole cream milk. Okay, so now we'll start making the balls. So make smooth balls and make sure that there are no cracks. Make a ball very gently. Okay, so now press it. After making the ball, press it into disc. Okay, so you can see it should be something like this, like a disc, and make sure there are no cracks. You can see there are no cracks in it. Okay, so now on the other side we are going to make sugar syrup. For that we are going to take sugar and then 4 cups of water. So take about 4 cups of water. And we are going to keep it on high flame for boiling until your sugar gets nice and dissolved. Okay, so our sugar syrup has come to a boil. So now we are going to gently drop in our discs. Okay, so now cover it and cook it for about 10 minutes. Make sure that you keep it on high flame. Okay, so cook it for 10 minutes on high flame. Okay, so keep on checking it in between. So after 5 minutes, it looks something like this, you can see. And now we are going to cook it for more 5 minutes. So it's been 5 minutes now. Okay, so if you take more of the quantity, make sure that you cook it for more time. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes now. In all, it's been 10 minutes and it has got nice and cooked, and you can see. So now we are going to turn off the flame. Okay, so now let it sit for about 20 minutes just like that into the sugar syrup. So let it sit just like this for 20 minutes. So remove it from the flame and keep it for 20 minutes. Okay, so on the side the milk has got reduced and you can see it has got half and it has got more thicker and more creamier. So now we will add the saffron threads. It is going to give a nice color and a nice flavor. Then we will add the chopped pistachio and almonds. And then lastly some crushed cardamom powder. And now mix everything well and let it sit for about 5 minutes. So now we are going to add about 2 teaspoons of sugar into the milk. You can take it more or less according to your requirement. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes and you can see it has got a very nice color due to saffron. It has also got a nice flavor. So we are going to turn off the flame. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes now. So now we are going to remove our rasgullas from the sugar syrup. Okay, so very gently remove your rasmalais. Okay, so you can see it has got more fluffy and more softer. So now we are going to let it sit for about 5 minutes. Let it cool down for 5 minutes and also let your milk cool down for 5 minutes. Let your milk also cool down for 5 minutes. Okay, so now after 5 minutes we are going to take the rasmalai and then gently press it and squeeze out the excess sugar syrup very gently. Okay, Okay, so after squeezing, place it in a different bowl, and then on the top we are going to put our saffron flavored this creamy milk which we have reduced. Okay, so now lastly we are going to garnish it with some chopped pistachio and almonds. And you can see the rasmalais have become nice and soft and fluffy, and it has got a very nice color. So now make sure to keep your rasmalais or your rasgullas into this milk for about at least 6 hours, so that your rasmalais completely soak all the flavors of the milk, and you can chill it in the refrigerator, and then you can serve it.